Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from KA04. We'll present to you about our project. Our title is Durability of Concrete Wall Panel with Fiber using Non-Autoclaved AERATED Technique. Okay, I will present to you about us. First, me, Lutfil Hazim bin Slamat Sainuddin. And second, Azizul Mustaqim bin Abdul Latif. And thirdly, Muhammad Fazul bin Mat Munkaha. Okay, our supervisor is Dr. Noaim binti Idris. Okay, next. Chapter 1, Introduction. The lightweight concrete that seems suitable to bull wall panel, which is aerated concrete. There are two types of AC, which are autoclave aerated concrete and non-autoclave aerated concrete. Non-autoclave aerated concrete, NAAC, will be chosen in this project. The current of NAAC seems more easier and faster to conduct compared to AAC. Bamboo was found to have higher compressive strength and tensile strength. Glass fiber will be added into the concrete to increase its strength. Next. Research question. In order to have the durable concrete wall panel with fibers using non-autoclave aerated concrete, there are few questions need for further investigation. First, what is the best ratio for non-autoclave aerated concrete? Secondly, what is the perfect ratio of mix of bamboo fiber and glass fiber in aerated concrete that will boost up the concrete strength? And thirdly, does the wall panel produce with perfect ratio of necessary element give enough strength to hold a suitable load? Okay, next. Problem statement. Cost more and take a lot of time. Quality will be less controlled. Ratio not yet determined. Trial and error technique will be used. And this technique will consume a lot of time. Okay, next. Aim and objective of research. The aims of the research is to construct a durable concrete wall panel with fibers using non-autoclave aerated concrete. Firstly, to determine the suitable ratio of making the non-autoclave aerated concrete, NAAC. Secondly, to investigate the best ratio of mixed natural and glass fiber in aerated concrete that give higher strength. And thirdly, to build wall panel based on the best ratio of mixed fiber in non-autoclave aerated concrete, NAAC. Significance of the study. The new idea to produce wall panel that cost of producing lower than standard wall panels. The lightness of lightweight concrete allows smaller member of beams and columns, which eventually reduce the foundation size. The bamboo that the roll in reduces cost. Replacement sand with fibers can make the concrete strong. Concrete wall panels have strong durability, but very light other than standard wall panels. Okay, next. Scope of the study. Use aerated concrete to construct the lighter wall panel than the standard wall panel. Aerated concrete will be mixed with fibers. This fiber used to produce a strong wall panel. The type of aerated concrete that will be used is non-autoclave. The accurate ratio of aerated concrete and mix of fiber must be obtained. Fibers will replace fine aggregate. Cube concrete test on a compression testing machine, and wall panels test on ribbon hammer test. Okay, next. Expected outcome. There are several possible explanations for this result. Firstly, obtain the appropriate ratio that we produce the appropriate lightweight concrete in this project. The ratio of mixed natural and glass fiber in aerated concrete will give higher strength. And lastly, the result from the accurate ratio of the aerated concrete and mix of fiber is used to build the wall panels. And next, that's for me. Thank you.
Nah. Okay, next is for chapter 2, literature review. Okay, first is about lightweight concrete. Okay, so let's 2020 has said that lightweight concrete can be classified based on its unit weight or density, which typically range from 320 to 920 kg per meter. Lightweight concrete has a great insulter due to its decreased thermal conductivity, which lower the energy required for air acclimation. Okay. The concrete can be made lightweight either by production method or by replacing heavyweight concrete constitution with lightweight material. Okay, next. Okay. First is Gita has said that aerated concrete is in high demand because of its excellent structural quality, outstanding performance in terms of thermal and sound insulation, and resistant to fire. Aerated concrete is created by mixing together the basic element of Portland cement, quarry dust, limestone powder, aluminum powder, and water. Okay, then is Seven Kumar. It said that concrete that has a high void content to permit air or water to enter is known as provision porous concrete or water permeable concrete. The concrete can be made light either by production method or by replacing heavyweight concrete construction with lightweight material. Okay, next. Okay, next is about type of fiber. Freightis 2010, the biggest fiber used as a moisture content of 49% and a unit weight of 10 to 50 lb per feet, 160 to 240 kg per meter. Next is Cruz et al. 2040 has said that the experiment of using paper sludge in cement bonded board prove that sludge really has a good bending reaction with cement, which result to good bending strength. Then our coconut fiber have a multiples in different fields, especially in engineering. For the civil engineering aspect, coconut fiber can use as a reinforcing composite in column and beams. Okay. Bamboo can be grown on multiple locations with little investment, replenished easily, and has the modern potential as a sustainable building and material for small and large building construction, thereby helping reduce the carbon footprint, as said by Boiti 2022. Next. Next about type of treatment. Saleh 2020 has said that alkali treatment are versatile and cause change inside fine structure, morphology, crystalline component, and chemical composition of the bamboo strip. Next is Cruz 2040. Raw of bamboo 4 years old was first cut into bamboo, comes to 70 or 80 cm in length by a saw machine and put into a autoclave with overheated steam at 1750 Celsius and 0.7 to 0.8 MVA for 60 minutes. Okay, next. Okay, next about fiberglass. Saleh 2030 has said that lightweight concrete can be classified based on its unit weight or density, which typically range from 320 to 922 kg per meter. Cruise 2040, lightweight concrete as a great inserter do is to decrease thermal conductivity, which lower the energy required for air acclimation. The concrete can be made lightweight either by production method or by replacing heavyweight concrete insertion with lightweight material. Okay, next. Design wall panel. Lee 2021. Prefabricated wall panel have advantage including quicker construction and better quality and safety. Due to significant shipping expense, these panels are always as affordable traditional construction. Cruz 2040 has said that fiber reinforced polymer, which has a higher tensile strength than traditional structural material, along with lower thermal conductivity, lighter weight, and better corrosion resistant truss-shaped steel shell. Character were found to improve the composite action of sandwich wall panels and system and sandwich wall panel. Okay, next. Okay, composite strength test. Mechanical producer that determine how much compression and material can withstand before breaking. Aggressively apply load compression the test item, which often takes the shape of a cube, prisma, or cylinder between the printer of a compression testing machine. The first sample with 50% fiber and 50% fiberglass, and the second sample with 60 fiber bamboo fiber and 40% fiberglass, and last sample was with 40 bamboo fiber and 60 fiberglass. The stronger cube concrete sample will be taken as the best ratio to make wall panel. Next. Okay, additional of glass fiber. Mechanical characteristics are equivalent to those of other fiber like carbon fiber and polymer. To its thickness, weight, and strength, fiberglass has certain design advantage over other material. As a high tensile strength, dimension stable, not sensitive to variation in temperature and geometry. High heat resistant, good thermal conductivity, great durability, highly economic, compatible with organic materials. Can vary in size and has the ability to combine with many synthetic resin and certain mineral materials like cement. Okay. Next is a rebound hammer test that we use for wall panel test. Most convenient and destructive test tool. And refers to device with sample handling, compact light, and portable device can test in situ concrete as well as fresh concrete after final set. There are some disadvantages that come to concern, which are strength and deformation of the concrete surface not directly related to test result. Thus, rebound value cannot be directly converted into complete strength factor that may influence the test of result, such as type of aggregate, since the study replaced fine aggregate with natural fiber and glass fiber. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I am going to present about chapter 3, which is methodology. Alright, next. So first of all, I will explain about the outline of this chapter, which is the first step is material preparation. For the material preparation, the bamboo strip will be shredded in a shredder machine, and then the shredded bamboo will mix with glass fiber and the proportion composition of bamboo fiber and glass fiber in concrete specimen. Next is the experimental work. So we are going to prepare 3 concrete cube. And then we will mix of concrete specimen before harden and fibers, and we will doing some concrete mix design. So for the third step is the experimental test. In this study, we will going to do 2 type of tests, which are compressive strength test using compressive machine and rebound hammer test using rebound hammer. And after all the results are obtained, we are going to do the result and analysis, and hence the experimental work is end. All right, next. So next is research design method. So there are 3 objectives needed in order for this study to be successful. So firstly is to determine the suitable ratio of making the non-autoclave aerated concrete, as known as NAAC. By having the necessary material, the aerated concrete will be prepared with different ratios of the material needed, and we are going to do the trial and error method for this experiment. Next is ready mixed concrete will be put in 100 x 100 mold, and it will be tested on a compression machine. Sample that have highest reading will be used in this study. The second objective is to determine the best ratio of mixed fiber in aerated concrete that give higher strength. The fiber will be mixed with the mixture of aerated concrete. Each specimen will have different amount of fibers. Specimen 1 will have a higher amount of bamboo fiber than glass fiber. Specimen 2 will have a higher amount of glass fiber than a bamboo fiber. And specimen 3 will only have aerated concrete without addition of any fibers. And then the third objective is to produce the wall panel based on the best ratio of mixed fiber in the non-autoclave aerated technique. So the method is by using plywood as formwork, the wall panel will be constructed when the perfect ratio of aerated concrete and fibers are obtained. Right, next slide. So firstly, I will explain in detail about the experimental work. Firstly is bamboo strip preparation. By the average age of the bamboo, which is 3 to 4 years, and the bamboo will be personally customized by the supplier according to the specifications needed for the study. The specifications of bamboo strip is 1000 mm for the length, times 20 mm for the width and 10 mm for the height for each strip. And then the bamboo will be customized into 200 mm for the length times 20 mm for the width and 10 mm for the height. Alright, next. Next is treatment of bamboo strip. So the treatment is necessary in this study. Alright, the first treatment is alkaline treatment. So this treatment method gives roughness to achieve reaction between concrete and fibers. Then to neutralize, it is rinsed with water and dried for another 24 hours under the sun. Also, the objective of using sodium hydroxide solution is to remove impurities from the bamboo strip. So we are going to use 3.35% of sodium hydroxide solution for alkaline treatment. And next is borax. Borax, it is act as preservative toward the bamboo, and it has been demonstrated that borax can protect bamboo against attack from fungus and insects. According to the findings of the study, adding 30% to 50% borax to the preservative solution is enough to significantly boost the compressive strength, tensile strength, and bending strength of bamboo specimens. Next. Next is material preparation. The material preparation, we are going to start with the aerated concrete preparation. So concrete sample are rectangular and have dimension of 450 millimeter in length, 450 millimeter in width, and 200 millimeter in height. And next is formwork design, or we known as casting. Hence, two ratios of the aerated concrete, and choose the best of the two ratios that can be tested with a compressive strength machine. Right, and next is concrete mix design. The composition of the study consists of Portland cement, calcium hydroxide, or known as lime, bamboo strip, glass fiber, and aluminium powder. Next. For the concrete mix design, first is the aerated concrete only. So we are going to use the ratio of 5% of lime and 10% of aluminium powder, and 10% lime and 5 aluminium powder. Hence, we are going to have two different ratios of aerated concrete. And next is aerated concrete with fibers. So the first sample is we are going to use 50% bamboo fiber and 50% glass fiber. The second sample is we are going to use 60% bamboo fiber and 40% glass fiber. And the third sample is we are going to use 40% bamboo fiber and 60% glass fiber. All right, next. Next is material for the material preparation and the curing process. The aerated concrete will hardening under natural conditions with electrical heating in saturated steam media at atmospheric pressure, since we are using the non-autoclave aerated technique. The aerated concrete specimen will be removed from the mold after 24 hours, and the curing process for non-autoclave aerated concrete is carried out for day 7 and day 28. Next. And then after the sample is already undergoing the hardening, hence we are going to do the compressive strength test, we are going to use two type of method, which is a rebound hammer test and compressing strength test. Okay, so first of all, it's rebound hammer test. Okay, so this concrete specimen will be constructed with the proper measurement and cross-sectional area of concrete to provide a precise result in order to meet this criteria. This experiment, 12 concrete specimen of 300 x 300 x 50 will be used, each with a different number of bamboo strips. And next is compressive strength test. The first sample with 50% of bamboo fiber and 50% of fiberglass, and the second sample, as I mentioned before. Okay, so after the best ratio from three samples of aerated concrete with fiber that were chosen, the cube concrete can be made and it will be tested in a compressive strength machine. The strongest cube concrete sample can be taken as the best ratio in order to make the wall panels. Next. And next is wall panel design. So concrete sandwich wall panel consists of a single layer of insulation sandwich between two precast concrete layers. The two layers of precast concrete interconnected by a series of shear connectors, concrete webs, or a combination of the two. The thickness of each layer depends on the function of the panel. Based on the application of the panel, the precast concrete sandwich wall panel could be categorized as non-composite, partially composite, and or fully composite. The non-composite panel referred to the panel with two concrete layers acting independently when load is applied. Alright, next. So, in conclusion, the focus of the methodology is on the research question and its significance. It describes the background, goals, and probable outcome of the investigation. It is a crucial element that might be utilized as a guide to making sure the study moves forward in accordance with the specified plan. The preparation of the bamboo, the necessary treatments to improve the quality of the bamboo, the proportion and makeup of the bamboo fibers in the concrete specimen are the first three topics covered in the study. The bamboo strip will be shredded in a shredder machine and will form as fiber. So the sand will be replaced by the fiber to ensure that the concrete produced complies with the necessary standard. Experimental activity which entails the creation of standard concrete specimens will also involve concrete mix, design, and curing tests. Last but not least, the experimental test described in this chapter, the rebound hammer test and the compression machine test, were the step and information required for easy analysis of the result. So that's all from us. Thank you.